not.
Hi guys, my name's Cassidy. For the healthcare presentation, I chose abortion again, following week 5. So for this, we're gonna dive more into how we can spread awareness instead of the more political sides of it. But I do want to reiterate again that I myself am pro-choice, so that is the stance that I'm taking in this issue. So as you can see on here, we have a protester holding a sign, and it says abortion is a healthcare, and healthcare is a human right. Now, this is actually the slogan. This is going to be the slogan for my campaign today, so this will be showing up a couple times. So the goals of my overall campaign is to raise $5,000 for Planned Parenthood, to get 100 signatures and support of Planned Parenthood, and just to overall raise awareness of Planned Parenthood. And as you can see right here, we have some Planned Parenthood marches up in DC with the iconic pink, and people just showing their support for Planned Parenthood. That's all we're really trying to do here. So I chose to go about this in a PSA format. So I've got the audio on the left side here and the video on the right side. So if you were shooting this, they would go in unison, henceforth. So to start off our video, we're going to fade in from black, just a classic fade in. We're going to hit the audio right away. We're going to hit them with that slogan. Abortion is a healthcare, and healthcare is a human right. We're going to have a medium shot footage of marches happening. We're going to start off slow. I wanted to really use situational factors and emotional appeals in this PSA because I think it's important to mention what happens to a mother if they have an unwanted pregnancy, but also kind of showcase what happens to those children who are born out of unwanted pregnancies, because just because they're born doesn't mean that they'll have a successful life. So we start off here. Those who were denied an abortion had almost 4 times greater of being below the poverty level. And I want to go ahead and show a medium shot just outside of a Planned Parenthood, and then cut to a wide shot of those less fortunate who are homeless, because I think it's very important to show the reality of what some of these situations are and who some of the clientele are that go to get abortion procedures. We're going to continue on with our audio here. An unintended pregnancy was associated with 20 to 22 greater odds of maternal depression and 28 to 39% greater depression and 85% greater of a parent stressing score. So just because the pregnancy takes place doesn't mean that the mother or father will be in a good spot to raise the child. Footage, so we're going to go ahead and do a medium shot again. Footage of a mother kind of stressing out, kind of there's a lot going on. And then I just want to really get a good shot of her sitting alone, just because that's what she's been forced into, because some states in this country do not support abortion, and that's how it can make people feel. So then I kind of wanted to hit a fact on kids in the foster care system, because I just don't really hear that talked about a lot, because just because they're born into the world doesn't mean that the parents will want to care for them. So there's a big chance they could go into the foster care system. So within 4 years of aging out of foster care at age 18, 50% have no earnings, and those who do make an average income of $7,500 a year, which is nowhere near enough to have a stable house, like to own a house, to start their own family. It's education. There's a lot that goes into being an adult after you age out at 18, which at 18 are any of us really adults? Just saying. I wanted to really get a shot here of an 18-year-old standing in a crowd, a lot of people moving back and forth, and just a zoom in up to their face, just to like really hit that point home. All right, so next I wanted to move on to, we've hit the viewers with some facts about what can happen to mothers and children who go through this process. I wanted to talk about Planned Parenthood itself, because that's what we're here to support. So the audio, these medical facilities can help women and their unborn children have a better chance at life. And we're going to just show a medium shot outside of Planned Parenthood, just outside of the building. Then we're going to move on to the audio. They protect safe and legal abortions, and for this shot and the next audio section, I wanted to go from the outside of a Planned Parenthood to walking through the facility. So we see the waiting room, we see where the doctors and stuff work, we see the medical rooms that things take place in, just so people, can get a good view of the facility, and again, see that it is a safe and controlled environment for them to go to. So we're going to cut back to the audio. They provide preventative care, including birth control, testing, and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, screenings for cervical and other cancers with little to no cost to the patient, which is very important to add, I think, because Planned Parenthood they're universally everywhere, and they know that their clientele can sometimes be of lower income or just not have insurance, so they offer very low rates to accommodate for all of their patients. And then we're going to cut to the audio, which this is their motto, which I think is very important. It's "They care no matter what," which is literally the slogan of Planned Parenthood, which is important. So we're going to have a shot of women holding up signs in support of Planned Parenthood, because those pink signs that we saw earlier, these are some of the slogans that were written on them. And then we're going to hit them again with our slogan, which is "Abortion is a healthcare, and healthcare is a human right." Ow. And we're going to show the OG photo that you guys saw at the beginning of the slide of the woman with her own protest sign, because I think that that's just a very important thing to hit home at the very end. And then, of course, at the end, we're going to have donate now to PlannedParenthood.org, or go online to find the closest facility near you, and it'll just be scrolling through their website and kind of showing where you can go to donate, and then we'll fade out from black and our PSA will be done. All right, so we need to figure out if we succeeded or not in our goals. Obviously, we're going to be able to see the count, see if our money raised up, see if our petitions got anywhere. But I think it's important, too, to really, since this is a digital PSA, we can post this on YouTube, it can go online, it can go on TV, we can go to community centers, schools, just to talk about this and get more out there about Planned Parenthood and support of them. And based on what we find from there, we can really measure the attitudes of people coming in and supporting Planned Parenthood and all that they have to offer. So we're going to end it off here, guys, with abortion is a healthcare, and healthcare is a human right.